a cartoonist who loves to draw and see smiles on the faces. Started drawing cartoon at around the age of 10, a member of the Kuwaiti Cartoon Society that was founded in 2011. Participated in many caricature exhibitions. Some are related to Kuwait's National and Liberation Days, the Palestinian case, and much other more. Whereas his wife started drawing since she was 8 years old and used to watch my older sister doing some sketches and comics. Then I started imitated her.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. You already see, we call it some of the glimpse about our second guest for today. So Dr. Tarak Misteki, he's the cartoonist who loves to draw and see smiles on the face of the audience. Started drawing cartoon at around the age of 10, a member of Kuwait Cartoon Society that was founded in 2018, participated in too many exhibitions related to cartoon, Sarah.
Exactly, and we're our guests. First loved drawing, anime and comics. After graduating from high school, her passion became toward realistic drawing, especially portrait drawing. But until today, she turned her passion of art of surrealism style, usually used in charcoal and acrylic, to create her great paintings. So let's welcome, dear viewers, with us Dr. Tarak Misteki, a pharmacist in Ministry of Health, and also let's welcome Miriam الملا. She's in diploma in chemistry point. So hello and good morning.
Good morning to you too.
You're most welcome, and thank you for joining us this morning, Dr. Tarak. First of all, before I'd like to congratulate you in the beginnings. So wish you all the best in your marriage career. But before that, let's talk about cartoon. From age of 10 until today, why you choose to be a cartoonist artist?
Well, my first passion was to see people smile and these things. When you just see the people smiling and expressing their stuff about painting or something like that, you will be so you cannot imagine the reaction that you get. Sometimes I draw a cartoon and people just see it and they understand what I'm expressing about. If it was something about politics or something about sport and whatever I'm talking about. So you can see the people smile about these drawings, and you cannot imagine what you're feeling about that.
You know, I already laughed when I see the first cartoon when you say about idea. Like, yes. I want idea. I already laughed.
I loved it, actually. So before we continue, we'd like to congratulate them. They are recently married artists, Aziz. So congratulations, both of you.
Thank you
so much.
So, dear Miriam, so moving from comics to professional in portraits, how actually did you start doing that?
Actually, it's like a challenge for me. You know, as a child, I love to draw or copy cartoon characters and these things. But after graduating from high school, I turned my passion and I love to challenge myself to change my style. You know, I want to do something different and harder than the comic, you know.
Something
so
unique,
why,
actually.
Yeah, something unique. That's why I changed my passion to realistic and surrealism.
It's really difficult to change that from comics to really a great portrait with. Do you like doing like oil or acrylic usually?
Actually, at first I start with graphite pencils and this thing, but after I turned to charcoal. My passion to charcoal and artwork, to charcoal media. After that, I tried to, try the oil paint.
Amazing. We're gonna to learn more details about charcoal later on.
Yeah, later on for sure. Let's back again to Dr. Tarak. When I mentioned in the beginning, when I presented you, you start from age of 10. So who inspires you to be into the cartoon art?
Well, when you start something that you find someone that you want to challenge with that. Like I started drawing with my cousin, so I saw him drawing something. I just wanted to join him with that passion. So we started drawing cartoons, and let's say at the age of 10, it was about the 90s. It was the 7-Up character, Video Didi, that it was called on that days. So we started drawing these things, and I challenged him just to draw something, and he challenged me drawing another subject. So I kept on doing that. He maybe has stopped this a long time ago, but I kept on doing that.
Do you remember the first time, what the first painting you paint?
Well,
do you remember the character?
I still have them. I still have some of them.
Yeah.
It was I showed Miriam just a few days ago a drawing that I have since the 90s.
Nice.
I was so young, and she was surprised about the drawing that I made. She said, "You cannot just exchange yourself from that drawing to this style of drawing." But as you say, when you have, you can imagine, when you started drawing in the past, it was just on drawing, yes. Pen and pencil and colors. Yeah, and now you have digital art like iPad and other media. That
so you started from the pencil and also like sketching and painting. Now it's like we call it the digital art. Yes. It's amazing.
Life became much easier now with the technology. So, dear Miriam, you are both acquainted with comics and also the portrait. What actually the features that differ from the painter who draw like oil and acrylic and charcoal painting, the portrait, and the comics?
For the comics, it's give you what can I say, a free space to express your ideas and your funny ideas on making funny shapes for a person or something like this. Mm-hmm. But for the portrait, no, you have to stick in any
feature.
Yes, mm-hmm. Exactly, and not changing. And it's not easy to use your imagination like cartoon.
Yes.
It's easy to express your ideas in cartoon way because you don't have to stick with one, the anatomy or something, mm-hmm. or feature face.
Mm-hmm. The expressions, the features of the portraits. You don't have to focus on that. You have like much harder actually than the comics. Yes.
So there is something more and more also. I already mentioned you in the beginning. You participated too many exhibitions. Mm. And you are one of the responsible to give a smile to everyone who's participating there because you are the one who like drawing for them. Mm. Tell me about one of the exhibitions, the latest one you already attended, Doctor.
Our latest exhibition was, I'd say, about Palestine. We even did our exhibition in remarkable timing. It was just 4 days. It took us just 4 days to just participate in drawing and calling the ambassadors and to visit us at that exhibition. Usually, when you want to prepare for an exhibition, it takes you months, and Miriam knows about that because she prepares a lot of exhibitions. It takes months and weeks just to do that. But preparing a whole exhibition in just 4 days and calling the press and ambassadors and to come to visit that exhibition, it was something amazing.
Amazing, and because they are participating and you already sending the message during your art. This is like we say, art is a universal language.
Exactly. Aziz and Miriam, we have some paintings we would like to share with our dear viewers, so let's watch it together.
So this is the painting for you, Dr. Tarak, right? What about this painting, about idea?
Well, I have some of my nieces and nephews that whenever I give them idea, they come to me and they say, "You're giving us not too much of idea."
Yeah.
So I
want more.
Yeah, and especially when it was I was just getting married. So I told them I'm getting married, so I cannot give you that big of idea. I said, okay, get married later. Just give us an idea and then get married.
And as addition, we have another also photos of the artwork. Our director, can you show us the other one? You know what's the good thing about Eid al-Fitr is the abundance of good deeds and even the visits and even also ideas. That's the good thing.
That's true.
And also we have another thing to share about the paintings of May. We can check it now. Let's check the other paintings. So this is
So
also
what is, can you explain that as well?
Dr.
Well,
With in the kitchen, actually, something in the kitchen.
yeah, some of the old, let's say, for the mothers back home, they just have special dishes just to use on Ramadan.
Yes.
So at the end of Ramadan, they just carry these dishes and put them back in the cupboard and bring out the old ones. So they have. So I just expressed this by family.
Yes, it shows the real life of Kuwaiti family actually in Ramadan.
So
it's amazing.
This is amazing. Can we check other one also? I know we have too many paintings, right, director? So before we go about the other paintings also, so Dr. Tarak, see this one? For diet, right?
That's so true.
He's having a feast actually.
Like in Ramadan, you cannot just stop eating. Whenever you say, I'm just full, you can find another dish on your table.
So let's go about the other paintings also. This is something about diet. So we see already something about Eidiyah and something about what happened in the kitchen during only month of Ramadan.
And also the meals in Ramadan, actually. It's amazing. Well, what about this one, actually?
This happens a lot, and you can see it a lot. Let's say you have, when you're traveling somewhere that you're carrying so much luggage, and suddenly you say that I don't have much things to take, and you see the whole suitcase,
bag
is
the whole suitcase is full with, let's say, makeup and.
It shows my story actually. Same as my story. It's really funny. We have another picture painting. So amazing, actually. Oh, what about this one?
I did this, let's say, when the issue of Ukraine and Russia started. So I thought that it was so frustrating to see the war.
Yeah, we can say like something because now it's the word now, and instead of like we call it the politics, about the environment. Even these days, the environment already get affected. So it's a good thing to focus even about the recycles. That's important also.
That's so important. I loved how you like explain each story and each problem or case in a funny way during the comics, really expressing your feelings, your thoughts in a picture. It's really fun. And also we have another picture, as our doctor said.
Yes. Now it's time for you, Maria.
Yes, for you, Amanda.
This one, charcoal with pastel. This is one of my friends. He's from Brazilian. You know, I love his expression in this his photos. And I said, "Can I draw you?" And he said, "Okay." So when I draw this picture, I saw the wolf on his T-shirt, and I make it like a fire.
It's fire. You know why? Because maybe you want people to focus more about the fire or about his face.
And both, you know. Yeah.
So what about the other picture also, Sarah?
Is there any other picture, actually, to see? Amazing. I love this one, actually.
This one is oil painting. I call it Adam. It's expressed the man, you know, Adam.
Yes,
so,
for sure. Yeah.
So it's like,
the
okay, but the colors already different. I can notice even I notice in your paintings you want to make the audience look to certain of the points.
Exactly.
Like there's red here, it's like something else. That's the good thing. What about the other picture, our director, our crew? Let's move about another picture. About another painting.
Another paintings, yes.
Yes.
It's really amazing.
So what about this, Mariam?
This one I was, you know, very desperate and sad in this moment when I draw this one. So I express my feeling and emotion in this painting. You know?
We can see the sadness through her look in her eyes.
And by the way, her eyes is not looking straight. I make a change, you know, it's like it's flipping or something.
She's like thinking.
Exactly.
Or it's looking to us?
Yeah.
I can feel actually the sadness and the story behind her look. It's amazing. So, Maryam, we saw this type of painting. Is this actually surrealism or?
Yes, the last one is surrealism, yes. But the first one is like an, you know, normal portrait, but just a little touches with the surrealism. The second one, no, it's just a portrait, but it expresses my thought and idea.
Exactly.
And if you notice, there is written on the wall.
So what is actually surrealism? I know a lot of people now, they know like oil painting, classic painting, landscape, still life, but what about surrealism?
You can say it's something out of reality, doing something from your imagination without, you know, just copying a picture, a normal portrait or this thing. You give an unusual thought of your ideas.
It's not always about like gothic and scary and black.
By
Not
the way, even surrealism have different schools, like Gothic surrealism or romantic surrealism. This thing.
Oh, that
yeah.
has types. Of
Types,
it.
yeah.
Amazing.
Types of schools and even types of too many things. By the way, Dr. Tarak, we already see the paintings about some of your artwork. It's like funny. It's like you're sharing a message in a funny way, especially during May for the holy month of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr and even Eidiyah's occasions. So do you think like this kind of art, like a cartoonist, should be cultured, should be like, you have already Cartoon Society now in the state of Kuwait. It's like something like a community gathering now to share and participate in the exhibition like in one in Palestine. So what about the others? Do you think like should be cultured more for the youngsters?
Well, for myself, there is a lot of people that draws about certain subjects. Like I know most of cartoonists, they just draw about politics, and the other ones just like to draw about sports.
And I want to make them happy. And
Yeah. For myself, I like to draw something that's out of this culture, or just to express things about this culture. You can just draw something about emotion. You can draw something about general subjects. So okay, it's good to be cultured about sometimes. For my sake, I don't read newspapers. I don't know much about politics. That's why I always express my drawings about situation that happens in the Kuwaiti community or even in the outside community.
And in painting.
Yeah.
In painting.
Yeah.
So we will see a good things, you will paint for it. But yeah, it's like a cartoon. That's a good thing. Like he's sharing the message in his style.
For sure. And Maryam, you mentioned about the charcoal and acrylic in the beginning of our discussion. Tell us more about this type. Is it really a style, a color, a method?
No, they are a color. It's it's a media. For the charcoal, it's an organic substance, but for the acrylic, they are chemicals.
Yes.
From let's say silicone. It's made from silicone and pigment. This thing, but for the usage of the drawing, you can say charcoal. It's like a pencil. Like a graphite pencil and this thing. But acrylic, no. It's like an oil painting, but water-based.
Well, can you feel like this painting should be painted by charcoal and this painting should be like painted by oil? Do you have like this type of this sense of feeling about that before
yeah.
starting your project?
Before starting, I first think about my idea or the subject of the painting. After that, I decide whether I choose charcoal or acrylic or maybe oil paint.
Actually, charcoal mostly to be beautiful by printing like a feature of a female face. To be so romantic and beautiful.
And there is something else also. The Dr. Tarak, I know about the Cartoon Society, Kuwait Cartoon Society Association, sorry. There is too many people, artists from different backgrounds. Like you are representing Ministry of Health, Badr bin Ghait, he's already Ministry of Education, and there is too many people working in the oil sector. And you are different backgrounds and you're already gathering for one society. How does it feel you're sharing the experience together?
We love that experience so much. Let's say sometimes we cannot. Let's say sometimes I can just draw something about the Ministry of Health, and Badr bin Ghait can draw something about the Ministry of Education. But let's say when we have a meeting or something like that between engineers and doctors and teachers, we have so much experience. Like I can just draw something about the education without me being in that field, and they can do the same for the Ministry of Health and engineers at that thing.
So it's like, see, everyone is like gathering together to exchange and sharing experience, Sarah.
Exactly. And actually, what is your last exhibition you had, Mrs. Maryam?
The last one, I think, for maybe 1 week.
Nice.
In العدواني and الفنون hall in
Ahmed Al-Adwani Hall.
Yes. And there, it was maybe for 1 week.
For 1 week. And you display mostly one of your lovely paintings there?
Yeah, actually 2 paintings.
Okay.
Both of them are charcoal and mixed media, charcoal and acrylic.
Amazing.
You already been in this kind of the halls for a long time. I see you there participating with your paintings. So, and even you, I saw you even in some of the malls, some of the places you already participate with the association. Both of you, you have your own, you're not thinking about you do your own solo exhibitions, especially you, Dr. Tarak?
Well, we are.
You're planning?
As I told you before going air, I told you we didn't have the chance just to draw together. We are newly married. It has been almost a month, almost a month.
Maybe 3 weeks.
3 weeks, something like that. But we didn't see each other draw yet. So that's the surprise about these things.
So we are eager to see you both drawing together for one painting to share one message.
It's going to be a really amazing project. And you're going to display it in one exhibition, next exhibition.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So continue.
Yes, please. Yes.
The air with you.
The air with you, Aziz.
So because see, even us, we are cooperating here together. Because when I see an artist, especially like a person like you, and you have different backgrounds, you are for a long time painting, I like to ask people, what about your background, what you are thinking of? So like imagine, what about the steps to be a cartoonist artist? Like I am a beginner, I want to be like professional in this kind of field. How can I train myself?
The first thing that you should do is loving the art. You cannot just start drawing just to be an artist or to be a famous or something like that. Just you have to have a cause. Why are you drawing? Like as you said, if you want to start drawing, I should ask you. The first question is, why do you want to draw? Is it just for fun? Is it just to express something, or is it you want to be a famous? So that depends on your answer. That answer will be so easy for you to improve yourself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
So this is like the goals to be a painter.
A goal is to be a painter. So Mrs. Maryam, from your paintings, I can touch the emotional feelings through them, like the sadness, the love, the romantic. So from where actually you get your inspiration from before starting your painting?
Okay, actually, sometimes from music.
Wow.
Sometimes I listen to kind of music or songs, and you know, it's like, oh, I want to draw right now. So here I start my ideas at first, and then search for the model, then prepare my tools and.
Amazing. Listening to music and then start painting.
This is one of the things, and the other thing is, you know, my emotion. If I have, you know, a trauma or something like this, it's like I have to draw right now to get rid of this feeling.
Amazing.
Amazing. And we'd like to say, like, we don't fill the time. And we'd like to congratulate you, and I wish you
so
like a long years for joyful, long years for standing. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again next time to participate with a new painting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, thanks to our dear guest, Tarak Misteki, a pharmacist in the Ministry of Health, and Miriam Khalid Al-Mulla, she's a diploma in chemistry, and they are both artists, and really enjoyed actually discussing with them the artistic side. So, Aziz, what we gonna have next?
Now it's like next for the best for the last. We already reached the end of our show for today. So thank you so much for watching us today. Hope to see you tomorrow with another amazing episode. Have a good day.
Have a good day and bye-bye.